Yo everybody, my name is GrampasPace, and in this video there's gonna be lots and lots and lots of carnage all over. So first thing I wanted to do, which we will be racing in GeForce Raceway, and I did not want to choose the meta car. So I'll be getting the Mustang Group 4 car. So picking up a color which doesn't really matter honestly, because I am gonna have my own livery, which that livery actually represents what I used to be in life, which I used to be a truck delivery guy. So I used to be a truck driver, and this UPS livery fits right in. So moving along with this type of information, I'll be buying all the necessary tires, and unfortunately I won't be able to qualify my lap nor practice. So we jump right into the first race. I start right at P14, which is right at the back, and here we go. We're gonna start right in the main straight, and we will skip it and going into the infield right here as I get it a little bit and I hit Brother B right from behind, and unfortunately because I stopped and wanted to give them space, I hit the two drivers behind, or they hit me. So I was a little bit unpredictable with that, and Alex got the inside of this line here, so I just let him go. I didn't want to fight it too much. So we go pretty slow over here since I haven't practiced, as I've mentioned before. Now Alex and Infidel here had a little skirmish between them, and as you can see right here, his livery at the back says fair and clean. I really hope that he is going to be fair and clean here. As we carry on here, him and Alex are going to have their skirmish going to continue, but he pushes me aside right to the wall, and Karma's going to hit him right into the face because he loses the car completely and hits the wall. So we're going to carry on here on the back straight, and as we keep on going, I'm gonna have a nice run on Alex here, but he does have the inside and I do have damage. I'm not sure if he does, but he did serve the penalty, and that's why I'm right here beside him. Now moving along, next lap we can see Casper here rolling around, and Fox just, I guess they don't really want to carry on with the game or something. They just want to hit each other. So Alex has a pretty nice move here on Brother B on the inside, and Brother B here has a 1.5 second penalty. As we carry on right here, Brother B gets us all sorts of wrong slides across the area, and I get it stopped, but I do here, and that is gonna give me a 1/2 second penalty, unfortunately for me. And I am testing the camera a little bit, changing it around. Now we do skip on to lap number 3, and we managed to catch all these guys, and Bonanza here is just gonna put Nicoli right into the barrier. So I was aware that they might have had fighting between them prior to that or something, but I didn't really want to get too close to Bonanza so he wouldn't maybe punt me off the track. I wasn't sure, and as I say that, I just hit him from behind, and we carry on right here into the infield. No harm, no foul. All he got is a little bit of boost. I got some damage, and I try very hard not to hit him here as he was going very slow over there. And again right here, and as we have a really good run here, I'm gonna go a little bit too wide and gonna add another 1/2 second penalty to my 1/2 second penalty, which will add up to a second penalty, which I need to serve both right now. So Bonanza is just passing me by here, and I'm gonna keep on going. Now Brother B has a great run here, but they outbrake themselves, and I think I saw that coming, since I did move to the right a little bit, completely managed to miss their hit, and we carry on right here to turn 1. I almost hit Bonanza there, and thankfully I didn't want to send them off to the Shadow Realm. And as we carry on here into the infield, I am very close behind here, and we brake just a little bit over here, change into third, change to second. I'm still very much aware of what happened with Bonanza and Nicoli on the other lap, Now they do go very wide over here, but they do manage to keep it all together. As we go right here, they brake so much. I need to follow suit with the braking, and we turn right here. I did think about going for this move, but again, they just cut me off there if I would have went for it, and they have a half a second penalty which they will serve in the next lap. But as we all know, the Alfa Romeo doesn't have a really good top end against the Mustang, and I get the job done right here as I brake very nice. They are not able to hit me whatsoever. They give me plenty of space, and we carry on right here onto the main straight, and we carry on right here onto the final lap. We're gonna brake nice and easy here, and we see Mad G here is just stuck with Barrier, and they also get reset, by the way, and that gives me P9. So that was, I guess, a nice warm-up of a race. This was my first race of this week. I didn't even have any practice at all whatsoever. After a little bit of practice, just without setting a qualifying lap time yet, we carry on to the next race, starting at P15, getting P14 right off the bat. Someone just didn't want to carry on there, and we go side by side with Stats 20 just for a brief moment over there, and we carry on right behind. Very clean racing so far. They left me enough space over there, and we carry on to the infield right here, and right behind them. And we see Bonanza and Nicoli over here. I unfortunately hit Stats 20, so I wanted to give them the position back. I'm sorry, Old School Outlaw, that I made you wait a little bit. And as we come off to the tunnel here, we can see Christian and Casper right at the sidelines. They must have had a big collision over there. I don't know really what happened between them. And as we carry on to the left-hander over here, and we're going to brake just in time to be able to move right alongside Stats 20 here, and it's going to be a drag race right at the back straight over here. And unfortunately for them, the McLaren doesn't have the same top speed as the Mustang, and Alex here is serving a penalty. I had to move to the right a little bit, and we're going to brake right before the 100 board, and we can see there Slay is off the distance there, and unfortunately for me, I went just a pixel or two too wide, and that gives me a half a second penalty. Yay! As we carry on here to turn number 1, Nicoli here is having a run on Bonanza, but it seems like they're managed to work out their differences because they are racing clean now. As we are going here into the infield, it's so far pretty nice. I get very, very close to Bonanza here. I brake just a little bit more. Nicoli here has broke too much. Bonanza and Nicoli gonna go side by side right here, right before the tunnel. And Bonanza is making the job done. As I am side by side with Nicoli, I do lift a little bit, let them pass, because they do have 1.5 second penalty, which I will be able to pass them after they serve it. We brake right here, and we are rolling right at the back straight. We both serve our respective penalties, and I keep on going right through them since they were ghosted. Moving along to the next lap, I am having a great run on Bonanza here. It's being very clean actually right here. Side by side action. Very nice. I have a better exit. We're still side by side around here actually. Going into the infield, I'm on the outside of this right hand corner, and I do manage to make it stick. Job well done. Good job. I managed to pass them fairly well. Now Bonanza did manage to keep up with me this whole time, and as we finish the back straight here, we can see Voider has served their penalty, and I am right behind them. I get even a little bit of a better exit, and I am tucked right in their slipstream, and I should be able at the end of the straight to get the job done. But I move here to the left, and I hit the wall and misjudged how much space I actually had, while Voider keeps on going on. Now we're gonna brake right before the 100 meter board, and the brakes on the WRX is just so good. The brakes are just phenomenal compared to me, but they get it a little bit too much wide. They had to lift a little bit, which is why I'm right behind them. And they do get it all sorts of wrong right here. Weight distribution is all over the place. They actually slide going left instead of right at that right hand corner. And I managed to get this job done as well. Now as we go into the final lap, this is P6 for me. P Steve or P Teach Me. Here we go. We managed to do it. P6 confirmed. Let's go. As you can see right here, even a clean race. That's actually really good. I'm glad. Awesome. So I kept on practicing between every race. Every race I kept on doing race after race after race. And this is roughly around the time how much I should be able to qualify. 134, maybe 0.2, 0.1. I'm not sure, but I don't want to set that as my qualifying time lap. So as we carry on, we're gonna go right here into the start, and Doodle here is on the Audi TT. Now unfortunately to Doodle, I had a really good run on them, and right off the bat we're gonna go side by side, and I have the inside of turn 1 right here. We're gonna brake very nice. We're still side by side, very good. Burn here has managed to do a 180, I guess, I don't know why. And we managed to also get that job well done. Now I'm right here behind Navarrete, and as we go left here and right, they're gonna get it very, very wide, and because of that I'm now alongside them, and I do have the better lining here. They are gonna come into my right over here, but it is the outside, and I do give Hannibal here a bump draft since we need to keep on going. They get it all sorts of wrong here, just a tiny bit, and because of that I managed to sneak up onto the inside and make it work. We're P11 so far. Actually it's gonna be P10, and I started P15. This is just the first lap. That's pretty crazy in my opinion. 5 positions already, first lap. And Eddie here is gonna go all sorts of wrong, a little bit too wide, as Navarrete here is hitting me from behind. And because of that, I got a half a second penalty, unfortunately for me. But as we carry on right here, we're gonna see in the distance a very, very big quarrel between P8 and P7. And P8 is gonna swerve right into the Canadian right there. And I really don't know what to say. Eddie here is gonna go a little bit too wide. Hugh is also off the tracks, and we get 4 positions in 1 turn. That was pretty incredible in my opinion. We're gonna serve my half second penalty right here, as Navarrete serves, I guess, a second penalty or something. Now Rick here has served their own penalty, and we're gonna be side by side just for a moment. I am gonna make the old switcheroo once more. Old switcheroo is my favorite move in racing of all times, so that's pretty good. Now we'll skip along here to lap number 3, and unfortunately for me, I'm gonna cut the track a little bit too much, and the stewards say, hey, you're gonna get a 1 second penalty for that. That was too much of a time gain. I don't know how, but that is fine. So I serve it, I go to the left, and Rick here right behind me is gonna sail right past me, which makes a lot of sense. But I got a way better exit than they did, and we go side by side right here, and we carry on onto the main straight, and he's right beside me onto the left. He tries to tuck into my slipstream a little bit, but he stays defensive over here, and I do leave him some space over here, and that's gonna be another old switcheroo done. 1 lap after another. That was really, really good. I'm very proud of myself with that. Anyways, we're gonna carry on here into the infield. I'm gonna turn right here. Unfortunately, I didn't want to cut the track, and that gives Rick the opportunity to actually pass me. Now I wasn't really worried about that, since I did see that Rick had a half second penalty. However, I managed to go wide once again and collect a half a second penalty for myself. That was not part of the plan. However, we're gonna keep on going, and I did bottom trap them a little bit over there just so I can get extra speed with the slipstream, and we go right past them. Now Blur's Mafia here also served their own penalty, and that's why I'm getting there very, very quickly right into their tail, and we carry on into the main straight. and right now I am tucked right into their slipstream, and the Mustang actually should have a better top end. As we carry on, they do try to break off my slipstream. However, there's going to be a major lag over here. Actually, it wasn't major, just a small one. And they get a massive boost. But still, we still managed to keep on going into the final lap. And Blur's Mafia goes really into the left side, right, and brakes here. We're gonna carry on here. Rick here decides, hey, you know what? I'm gonna push him past all y'all now. I don't care. P3? That's mine. All of you? You guys don't exist. I don't care. This whole track is mine. And I was really upset with that, actually. To the point that I thought to myself here, I can just punt them off and teach them a lesson. However, I thought better off it, and I didn't want to do anything with that. That could just make them keep on going with the same behavior. And unfortunately, they did brake too soon for me, so because I hit them off, I decided, you know what, that's gonna be your position, not mine. That was not done in a clean way, and so you can have P3 back. So we serve our penalty right here, and we're gonna carry on here. We're gonna be P5, which I don't understand really. High Talageta, something happened with their connection or something. They were completely gone for a moment there, and they came back. That's why I thought we were fighting for the podium of P3. Now on to the next race. I start the very dead last, P16. Now this race, oh boy, this race was a handful with Diego and Abuldin. Now, as we carry on right here in the infield, they're just gonna keep pushing each other, fight over all this. I actually tagged Diego here and backed out of that. I didn't feel like it was a very clean move whatsoever. So we carry on here into the first tunnel, and Diego here is just gonna kind of cut me in a way. But as we go into the back straight, they're gonna bump into me once more as if I don't exist. I don't really understand the mindset of that, but as we carry on here, Ender P has served their penalty, and Diego here just doesn't care. I don't, this is dirty driving, like definitely. This is, wow. I'm sorry, Ender P, that was something. So I thought that was a little bit too much, so I just wanted to tell Diego, hey, chillax, it's just a race. You know, we don't have to fight for every position here, like your life depends on it. We can tone it down a little bit and keep on going. So as we carry on right here in between the two tunnels, Octane here has a 4-second penalty and also goes completely wide. But I keep on going and try my best to follow him as Diego's still behind me, and I'm gonna stick to the left right here. Octane here is just gonna clip the grass a little bit, and unfortunately they're gonna hit me. And Tricali is actually went off course, but they're right behind both of us. It's gonna be a drag race between Octane and myself, and we're gonna just make Infidel be a sandwich for a little bit. Now Octane here, I don't think he liked that I passed him, or I'm not serving a penalty with him, so he tried to just bump me into the wall. We do manage to get Savage as well, and we're back right behind Abuldin on the main straight. Now we're gonna carry on right here, and I am right in their slipstream, and Abuldin is going very defensive, and because of that I see the door open, but it wasn't really a good move to try, and I get it all sorts of wrong myself. And so Diego's back behind me, tries to pit maneuver me from the left. I don't know why have I done anything wrong to him? I have no idea, but we carry on nevertheless. It doesn't really matter. It's just a race, and at the end of the day, it's a short one as well. So we're gonna carry on here into the tunnel right here, right behind Abuldin and Diego behind me. And as we carry on into this left-hander, I did brake, but Abuldin broke way too much in my opinion, and I thought to myself, I'm sorry, like, I know a lot of mistakes have happened, but this one, I don't know. Is it my fault? Is it a racing incident? I'm really not sure. If it is my fault, please let me know down in the comments below, because I would really like to know if it is my fault or not. and if it is, I do want to try and improve my sportsmanship as much as I can. And Aberdeen here is trying to cut me off right here, but I get a better run here. And because Aberdeen and Diego right here are fighting each other, I wanted to give slipstream for both of them at the same time, so that their fighting would carry on. So I'm giving Aberdeen the slipstream. As you can see, I keep on looking to the back, and Aberdeen has won the slipstream. Diego's right behind him, and I'm hoping here in turn 1 they will not hit me and will keep on fighting so I can just get away from them, which is exactly what happens. Because here on the back straight, both Grand and myself are getting a half a second penalty because we both went too wide. And as we carry on here in the back straight, I am right into their slipstream. I am gaining a lot, and Rick here decides to sideswipe Grand, and unfortunately I hit Grand from behind, and so I did brake to let them go. Rick here is gonna have a good run on Grand, but unfortunately for our eyes to witness, it's not a clean run at all. As you can see, he sideswipes Grand, and Grand loses the car, hits the wall, gets 5th position, no penalties served. I hope you all enjoyed it, and the unedited races of this video are all in the description down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.